Hello guys, welcome back to the Brutal Investor channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. In this episode, we're going to talk about another new announcement that Binance made today about listing two tokens called Ellipsis and Auto in the Innovation Zone, right? So with regards to Auto or the Auto Farm token, which is a Binance Smart Chain based project, I have made a video on Auto Farm and given my thoughts on it. So if you guys want to review that video, I would highly recommend you to find it from my channel. And yeah, I have given my price prediction as well as my thoughts on how this token is going to perform, right? So in this video, we're going to cover mainly about Ellipsis and their EPS token. So the announcement from Binance reads as follows. Binance will list Ellipsis, EPS and Auto, AUTO in the innovation zone and will open trading for EPS BTC, EPS BUSD, EPS USDT, Auto BTC, Auto BUSD and Auto USDT trading pairs. Users can now start depositing EPS and Auto in preparation for trading, right? So what is Ellipsis? Ellipsis is a decentralized exchange that allows for swapping of stablecoins with low slippage and minimal fees on Binance Smart Chain. EPS is Ellipsis native utility token and is used for earning trading fees, staking, liquidity provider rewards, and as airdrop rewards to V-curve holders, right? So what is Ellipsis? Ellipsis is basically an exchange, a decentralized exchange that allows for swapping stable coins with very low slippage, and obviously because it's on the Binance Smart Chain, the fees are very low as well, right? It's some kind of a curve-like project. If you guys don't know what Curve is a project that's based on the Ethereum blockchain, and it allows for stable coins swapping and yield farming using stable coins and providing liquidity through stable coins and thereby earning rewards, right? So similar to that, I believe Ellipsis is basically the Curve Finance project on the Binance Smart Chain that allows for swapping between different stable coins, adding liquidity and so on and so forth, right? So EPS is Ellipsis native utility token. Again, just like any other project, Ellipsis also has its own utility token called EPS, and this token is mainly used for earning trading fees, staking, liquidity provider rewards, and as airdrop rewards to V-curve holders, right? So people who hold V-curve or Venus curve tokens, they are going to be able to earn airdrop rewards for in the form of EPS, right? So V-curve is a token that you get when you supply curve tokens on the Venus network, which is like similar to like an Aave or compound of the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem. And once you deposit curve tokens, you get rewarded with V-curve, which is basically like a token that represents that you have staked your curve tokens in the Venus network. And in this case, it seems like people who hold the V-curve tokens are eligible to receive an airdrop, and this airdrop token is going to be EPS, right? So we're going to skip Auto because we already covered that before, and basically they are providing information about their innovation zone and what you need to know when it comes to trading on the innovation zone, right? So just like always, let's go to the Binance Research page to understand what Ellipsis token is and what this project does, in the Binance Smart Chain. So again, their main highlight is basically a decentralized exchange for stablecoin swaps on Binance Smart Chain, right? So again, a pretty straightforward concept. They aim to be a decentralized exchange that mainly focuses on stablecoin swaps instead of other token swaps. But I do believe that there is a potential for them to add more and more tokens with special emphasis on stablecoins alone, right? So Ellipsis is a decentralized exchange that allows for the swapping of stablecoins with low slippage and minimal fees on Binance Smart Chain. Ellipsis is an authorized fork of Curve, and VCurve holders will receive 25% of the token supply airdropped weekly over 1 year. So again, this is basically a fork of Curve Finance or the Curve protocol on the Ethereum blockchain, and it's basically a 25% allocation of EPS tokens will be provided as an airdrop to VCurve holders in a weekly way for over the 1 year period, right? Which is basically we don't know what the exact 1 year period is and when it begins and when it's ending. We'll probably find it out soon when we scroll down in the Binance Research page. But that's pretty cool. If you are providing, if you do hold VCurve tokens, then expect to see EPS tokens in your wallet. If you don't find it, you can search it on Binance Smart Chain BSC scan, and you will be able to see your the tokens that you hold and some of the airdrop tokens that you have received as a part of multiple other airdrops, including the EPS token, right? So EPS is Ellipsis BEP20 native utility token and is used in the following functions, right? Liquidity provider rewards. Users can earn EPS tokens as rewards when they deposit LP tokens into the rewards contract. So again, being a BEP20 token, which is basically the Binance Smart Chain token, you have multiple functionalities, and one of the main functionalities is basically liquidity provider rewards. You can earn EPS tokens as rewards when depositing liquidity pool tokens into the rewards contract, right? We'll cover that in a few seconds. Rewarded EPS allows users a claim on the platform's trading fees and is vested over 3 months. So when you receive EPS tokens, you have to note that you won't be able to sell it right away because there's a vesting schedule of 3 months. And again, some people may think that it's a good thing, some people may not like it, but again, it's yours to decide on whether you feel it's the right thing or not. But overall, the protocol itself doesn't allow you to use your EPS tokens immediately after you received it for a period of 3 months. And while you are holding the EPS tokens, you're also entitled to receive a portion of the trading fees that's happening on their exchange, right? Alternatively, users can claim their EPS before the end of their lockup, but with a 50% early exit penalty. So again, for people who like to dump their tokens immediately after they receive an airdrop, you can still do that, but the penalty will be very high, where you would be losing 50% of the token as an early exit penalty, right? Again, this I feel is something which is going to prevent people from dumping this token, which is, in my personal opinion, I feel it's a good thing. Again, I don't know if a 3-month vesting period is something that they should have chosen. Probably they could have chosen with 1 month or 1.5 month kind of period, but 3 months seems like again, 3 months is a lot when it comes to the crypto market, because crypto markets move very quickly, and for people who like to trade and move on to the next option, 3 months may not be like the right option. But nonetheless, 3 months is the default vesting period for EPS rewards that are deposited to people when they participate in the liquidity provider rewards, and you get a 50% penalty, which if you are rewarded with 100 EPS tokens, you will only receive 50 tokens of that if you choose to convert it or sell it or dump it within the 3-month period of time, right? So that's something that you guys definitely need to be aware of. Staking rewards. Users can earn rewards by staking EPS tokens. So again, just like any other platform, you can use EPS tokens and stake it to earn additional rewards. The staking pool receives trading fees as well as EPS penalty revenue from EPS holders who exit the reward pool early. So again, for people who exited the reward pool early in the previous point that we saw, their 50% of their token would be slashed, right? And that reward goes to the people who stake EPS tokens. They also receive a portion of the fees, trading fees as well, right? So people who stake get like kind of the highest benefits compared to people who provide liquidity and earn rewards, right? Again, when people stake EPS tokens, there is no vesting schedule, so that's something that you guys need to know. The staking pool has no mandatory lockup. So again, it might as well be worth it if you have received EPS tokens as airdrops because you hold V curve tokens. You might as well just want to stake it rather than trying to provide any further liquidity, which can have this 3-month vesting schedule and 50% penalty, right? If you leave the pool, right? Trading fees. Once users have a balance of EPS within the fee distribution contract, they will begin receiving a portion of trading fees generated by the protocol. Trading fees are split evenly 50-50 between liquidity providers and EPS takers. So again, whenever once users basically have a balance of EPS within the fee distribution contract, they will begin receiving a portion of the trading fee. So by either participating in the liquidity provider rewards, or by staking your EPS tokens, you are eligible to receive trading fees that's collected from the ecosystem, right? And this this reward, this trading fees is basically split as 50% for people who stake versus people who provide liquidity, and it's always 50-50 ratio, right? Airdrop rewards, Ellipsis will be airdropping 25% of the total supply of EPS, which is 250 million tokens, again, which is a lot of tokens for a new project, to members of the Curve DAO based on their V curve balances. So again, people who own V curve will receive 25% of the total supply of EPS, which is basically 250 million tokens, to members of the Curve DAO community who hold V curve, right? So that's pretty cool. The protocol initially supports swaps between BUSD, USDT, and USDC. More pairs will be considered in the near future. So again, since it's going to be primarily a stablecoin based exchange, decentralized exchange, you can find high liquidity for these three tokens, these three stablecoins. But at the same time, I think there is a chance for them to add other tokens as well, but the liquidity for those may not be that great. So it's still going to be like a predominant stablecoin exchange token platform, but expect to see a change in the future, right? More details of EPS token allocation can be found here. So if you guys want to know how the token allocation for EPS is, then I suggest you to click this link here to find out that information, right? As of April 2nd, 2021, which is basically today, the total supply of EPS is 1 billion tokens. So again, that's a lot of tokens. Too much for me to try to look into this, but at the same time, I just want to present this information to you guys so that you guys can make your own mind on this one, right? And the current circulating supply is 2.38%. Again, that's very tiny. 2.38% of 1 billion tokens is a lot less, and you can definitely expect to see that this token is going to suffer some of the most severe price lumpings because of all the tokens that's going to be dumped. But at the same time, I think they've kind of addressed that by having this 3-month vesting schedule. But I still feel like people, there are very aggressive traders who will still continue to dump this token, and I don't think they really care about the 50% penalty, because they got this for free, and they're just getting it as a reward, so they're probably going to keep dumping it anyway, and that's going to definitely slump the price of this token. Again, that's just my opinion, right? At least in the short term, that's pretty much something that we'll expect to see from this token. So now let's go to the website. Again, if you guys want to learn more about this project, I suggest you to go to the website ellipsis.finance. If you guys want to go through their Binance Research page, I suggest you guys go to Binance Research and search for Ellipsis, right? So again, they have a pretty cool website. It's exactly the same layout or same format as Curve Finance, but obviously it's much less retrospective. They've definitely made it much more like a modern kind of like a layout. I have used Curve Finance in the past, and I do feel like people who have used Curve Finance, and when they move to Ellipsis, it will be like a different experience for them, because the layout is very modern, and it definitely is in contrast to Curve Finance's layout, right? Again, since it's going to be a similar layout like Curve, if you guys have already used Curve, then I'm pretty sure that you guys are already familiar with how this layout works. But for people who don't know, again, or people who are new to this project and who haven't heard about Curve or who haven't used Curve, they can obviously connect their wallet, and they can see the swapping interface immediately in the front, where they can swap one stablecoin to another stablecoin. Again, there is BUSD, USDC, and USD Tether options available, and I believe that they will also add DAI to this pool. And again, as more and more stable coins from other platforms, such as Linear Finance or Lena has its own stable coin called LUSD, which may probably be added in this project as well, right? You can expect to see more stablecoin versions being added, but I am hearing rumors that they will also kind of add a small layout for regular tokens, like non-stablecoin tokens, which will also be pretty cool. Again, I don't know if that rumor is true or not, but if they plan to be just a fork of Curve, I'm pretty sure that they'll mostly stick to just adding new stable coins rather than adding new cryptocurrency tokens, but that's just my thoughts. So you can also see the pool rewards. You can get 144.6% rewards paid out in EPS for three stablecoin pool, which includes BUSD, USDC, and USD Tether, and the volume is currently $10.88 million, and the base APY is 0.73. So if you want to get paid in Ellipsis tokens, you will probably get a higher APY, right? So the deposits is basically $2.4 billion have been deposited, which is pretty cool. The daily volume is around $10 million on a daily basis. Staked LP tokens, if you stake EPS BNB, you can earn 2,558% APY paid out in EPS. But again, since this is staking, you will probably not be slashed. Okay, if you provide liquidity, which by doing by participating in the liquidity by being a liquidity provider for EPS and BNB, you will obviously get the slashing penalty, as well as you will also face a 3-month lockdown period, right? So when you stake EPS itself, you don't face the slashing, but the rewards are also pretty decent, and it's also comparable with the LP rewards. So that's pretty cool. You can also see some of the stats for the EPS. EPS price is currently $7.16, and you can also see their contract address. The current supply is EPS supply is 28.82 million, and the locked supply is 45.64% of the current supply, right? So that's pretty cool. You guys can also click the 3 dash on the top to see if you have a claim to make for EPS, which will be something that most people would want to check if they have held weak tokens, right? You can also type your address here and see if you are an eligible winner of this airdrop. And yeah, basically there have been the first week there has been 79.54% of the people who have claimed the airdrop, who are eligible to claim the airdrop, who have claimed the airdrop, and 3.82 million tokens have been claimed. The second week was 74.47%. So let's see if the third week has any higher numbers, right? And since this token is now listed on Binance, I believe that the people who will claim these tokens is only going to increase, because people have kind of been exposed to this token through Binance, right? So let's go to the CoinGecko page for Ellipsis. If you see, the token is currently ranked 253rd on CoinGecko by market cap, and it's currently trading at $7.20 per token as of time of making this video. And it recently had a 55% increase in price in the past 24 hours, obviously because of the Binance pump. And if you see, the market cap is $207 million, which is relatively low, but at the same time, look at the max supply, it's 1 billion tokens, and the current circulating supply is only 2% or 2.7% or something of the total supply, right? Which is very low, and very low tokens in circulation in relation to the max supply. Again, as more and more tokens are released into the market, you can see token injection based inflation, which will definitely slump the price of this token. So if you are planning to buy this token, I suggest you to hold on for a few weeks, because this token will definitely start reaching low valuations, and that will probably be the right time to enter. This price is obviously inflated, and it's because of the Binance pump, so I wouldn't really recommend anybody buying this token during the Binance pump like how we are seeing right now, right? So let's look at the charts. You can clearly see that this token has been around very recently, and it's been only since March 24th that we have the price data for this token, and it immediately shot up to about $19.20, and then crashing down sharply and reaching like a price stabilization at around $1.70, and then it's been moving sideways, but overall it has been going in the upward direction, and it has had some small bumps and small peaks, but nothing special. It's been in the $5 range and $5 $6 range, and then it went down before seeing this Binance pump where it's back above $5 and it's at $7.20 range, right? I do believe that this token is going to come down. You will probably find support at $5.30 or $5.60 in that range, and that would probably be a really good price point to buy this token if you are interested in buying this. Although this is like a small pump, not as significant as the previous all-time high, which is basically like $19. You can still wait to buy this token, because again, since this token is going to be a very the token is going to be, new tokens are going to be injected into the market, the price slumping is going to be definitely significant for this token, and you can definitely see the effects of that causing the price to be like pretty much low, and it won't really make any new all-time highs unless there's some serious adoption of this project. But I don't really think that would be the case, because if you take Curve, Curve is although it used to be one of the most popular projects, it's not really like that popular compared to Aave or Compound Finance, or even MakerDAO or Synthetics, right? So you only have to extrapolate that information to Ellipsis to see if Ellipsis also has a chance. If you see, not a lot of people would want to do yield farming with stable coins, because again, stablecoin yield farming is relatively going to generate less yields compared to some other token based yield farming assets. But at the same time, you have very little risk when you do yield farming through stablecoin liquidity pools, because there is no impermanent loss on stablecoin liquidity provision, right? And therefore that may potentially entice people who have a very low risk tolerance. But at the same time, based on what I have seen so far, the cryptocurrency market currently is full of people who are willing to take a lot of risk, because they understand that when the crypto space is still early, and when they take risks at this stage, they're going to be heavily rewarded. So I don't think a lot of adoption for Ellipsis is going to come anytime soon. There will be certain newcomers to DeFi who will find Ellipsis as a onboarding platform, because they would probably find the stablecoin yield farming through Ellipsis like a safer and somewhat of a reliable and predictable income. But once they get more comfortable to take risk, they will start moving into high risk yield farming projects rather than Ellipsis, right? Again, this is my two cents. But if you look at the Bitcoin comparative, on the other hand, the token was initially valued at 18,900 satoshis per token, and then it shot up, and it was at its all-time highs of 35,000 satoshis per token before crashing back down to like 4,000 satoshis. Again, you can already see that this token has been very volatile, and I'm pretty sure it will be very volatile because of its very low circulating supply compared to its total supply. Although it is available on Binance, it's going to definitely have some very high volatility, so please bear that in mind. The token price in Bitcoin comparative did go as high as 9,000 satoshis or 10,000 satoshis, and then it kind of was slumping down. It kind of crashed, and reached 6,700 satoshis before seeing this Binance pump, which is putting it back above 10,000 satoshi range, and now it's currently trading at 12,244 satoshis, right? So if you are planning to buy this token, again, both in dollar terms as well as in Bitcoin comparative, I would suggest you to wait, because this token will find support somewhere in the 7,500 Satoshi range, as well as when it comes to dollar comparative, probably at around $5.30 and $5.60 range, and that would be a really good price to enter, right? So if you look at the exchanges, obviously it's available on Binance, but it's also available on PancakeSwap. You can also get it from MXC, although I don't really know why people would buy it from MXC when they can buy it from Binance itself, right? So yeah, basically this token is a Curve Finance fork that aims to be the Curve Finance of the Binance Smart Chain, right? So what's my final verdict on this? I'm not really impressed by the max supply and the very low circulating supply in proportion to its max supply. Again, since it's a very new project, I can understand that the circulating supply is not going to be significantly high, but at the same time, the max supply is definitely throwing me off, because as a person who wants to see scarcity on as one of the components of the tokens or coins, I feel like this token is not really that scarce for me to kind of like say that I would hold this for long term. I'd probably maybe buy a bit of this token and use it for yield farming for short term, but I do know that this price is not going to be above $5 for forever, because it's definitely overinflated at this price point. And as more and more tokens get injected into the market, you can only see the price slumping severity being much more deeper, and the price slumping is going to be much more longer because of the very high max supply, right? But if you guys feel like this token is for you, then by all means, please do your own research. Again, don't buy this token just because you watch this video. I'm not a financial advisor, and this video does not contain financial advice, right? Please do your own research before you put any of your money on this token. Again, remember guys, you guys are not regular investors, you guys are brutal investors, so stay brutal. Thank you very much for watching my video, guys. If you like my video, please click the like button and subscribe for more videos. See you in my next video. Bye.